Hello, everyone. Welcome. It looks like live is working. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're watching this, chances are you're either getting ready to homeschool for the first time, or you're looking to change science curricula, or maybe you just simply are wondering if there's something that might be a better fit for your family. And if that's you, you're in exactly the right place. But before we jump in to reviewing individual science curriculums, I wanted to create this foundational video, introductory video, because I truly believe choosing a curriculum becomes so much easier when you understand what you're looking for first. And one of the questions that I hear all the time, what's the best science curriculum? And honestly, I don't think that's really putting the right, that framing that question correctly. The better question is, which science curriculum is the best fit for my family, my teaching style, my children's learning styles, and my homeschool goals? So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. And before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and tell me in the comments, what grades are your children this year? And while you're at it, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to choosing a science curriculum? And you can add in the comments too. If you're having to watch this on replay or catching it on replay, feel free to add in the comments. Um, it is all the choices. Is it all the choices? You know, what is it that's kind of the challenge for you? Do you wonder if you're teaching enough science? Are you trying to decide between Christian and secular curriculums? Maybe you're wondering how many experiments you really have to do and prepare for. I'd love to know because I read every single comment. So let's start by taking a deep breath. And there are so many wonderful science curriculums available today. We're blessed that way. And that's actually the great news. The difficult part is there are so many choices that it's easy to get overwhelmed. I've seen parents spend weeks, sometimes months, researching every curriculum they find, watching YouTube videos, reading Facebook comments, looking at reviews, comparing prices, and then changing their minds and then researching some more. Does that sound familiar? I want you to know you're not alone. But here's something I learned during my 20 years of homeschooling our own boys. You don't have to find the perfect science curriculum. You simply need to find the one that's a good fit for your family. And that's a huge difference because once we let go of trying to find perfection, we can then focus on finding a curriculum that helps our children grow, keeps them curious, and actually gets used consistently. So, the next thing I encourage you to think about is this: what are your goals for science? And that might sound like a simple question, but it's actually one of the most important. For some families, science is about developing curiosity. For others, it's preparing for college. Some families love nature study, some love hands on experiments. Others want a strong textbook approach. Still, others want something open and go because life is busy. And none of those goals are wrong, they're simply different. And your curriculum should reflect those goals. So the next question is, how does your child learn best? You all know I talk about learning styles quite a bit because I truly, truly believe they're one of the keys to choosing curriculum wisely. Some children love reading. Some children see colorful illustrations, or they need to see colorful illustrations. Some have that need to build and touch, experiment, and explore, while others enjoy watching demonstrations before they try something themselves. Some children thrive with independent work, while others want mom or dad learning right alongside them. The better that you know your child, the easier it becomes to narrow your curriculum choices. So let's talk about something that causes a lot of unnecessary stress when it comes to science: experiments. Some parents think they have to do every single experiment exactly as it's written. Others avoid science altogether because they're intimidated by labs. So, can I encourage you, please? Science is so much more than experiments. Science happens in your backyard. It happens while you're cooking or while you're gardening. It happens while watching birds or collecting leaves, looking at the stars, or asking, why does that happen? Experiments are wonderful and are a very direct yes, we need them for science to really learn the science, but they're just one piece of science education. So don't let them become the reason that you feel like you're failing. And another thing is that most of our curricula today for science, they'll spoon feed it to you. So you don't have to worry. They're going to walk you through it step by step so that you can do the experiments and the labs, and they'll tell you even what resources you need, etc. Another question parents often ask is, should I teach my children together? In many cases, yes. Science is actually one of my favorite subjects. That's my background is science to teach family style. And you can read together, discuss together, watch demonstrations together, and then simply adjust expectations based on each child's age. Your younger child might draw a picture, your older child might complete a lab report. You're studying the same topic, just at different levels. For many families, that's a tremendous time saver. And it also creates wonderful family discussions and family time. Now, let's talk about another important consideration, and that's worldview. As you begin looking at science curricula, you'll notice quickly that some programs are written from a Christian worldview, while others are written from a secular perspective. And this is one of those decisions that each family needs to make intentionally. For our family, our faith was an important part of our homeschool. So we chose curricula that aligned with our beliefs. Other families make different choices, and that's okay. My goal isn't to tell you what you should choose. My goal is simply to help you understand what each curricula offers, each curriculum offers, so that you can make an informed decision for your own family. So as I review each science curricula in this series, I'll point out the worldview it teaches so that you'll know exactly what to expect before you invest your time and money. Another thing another thing to think about is how much parent involvement you want this year. This is something I think many homeschool parents overlook. Some science curricula are designed to be very parent led. You'll be reading aloud, guiding the discussions, helping with experiments, and learning right alongside your child. Other curricula are designed to become increasingly independent, especially as students get older. So some include video instruction, while others are more self-directed. Neither approach is better. It's simply a matter of asking yourself what works best for our family in this season. If you have several children, if you're working from home, if you're caring for little ones, or if you're simply in a busy season, it's perfectly okay to choose a curriculum that allows your child to work more independently. Homeschooling isn't about making your life harder. It's about creating an educational environment that works for your family. Another thing I encourage parents to consider is this. What does science look like in your homeschool? Sometimes we picture science as hours of labs, expensive equipment, and complicated experiments. But science can also be reading together, exploring God's creation, nature walks, keeping a nature journal, watching the night sky, growing a garden, building simple models, visiting museums, aquariums, nature centers, and national parks. Science is everywhere. Curriculum is simply one tool that helps us organize those experiences. Now let's talk about something that can save you both time and money. You don't have to switch science curriculum every year. Sometimes parents think they need to chase the newest curriculum because everyone else is talking about it online. Instead, give a curriculum time to work. Allow your child to build confidence. And unless something's truly not working, consistency is often more valuable than constantly starting over. As we begin this science curriculum review library, here's what you can expect from me. I'm not going to simply tell you whether I like a curriculum or not. That's not what this series is about. And if you've looked at math and science, you're already kind of getting tuned into that. Instead, I'm going to walk you through each one using the same review framework so you can compare apples to apples and compare them fairly. We'll look at things like what the curriculum is and how it's organized. We'll go to the actual site and review that and kind of take a tour of the site directly. I'll share the screen and we'll walk through it just like we did for math and language arts. The recommended grade levels and what that means for that particular curriculum, whether it's Christian or secular worldview, how lessons are taught, parent involvement, independent learning options, hands on experiments and lab expectations, distinctive features. I also like to have a consideration tab in there and looking through it through my lens, but also consideration for unique learners. And finally, my curriculum fit snapshot, where we'll talk about all the types of learners and homeschool styles that curriculum tends to serve well. My hope is that by using the same review process every time, you'll be able to compare programs, side by side instead of trying to remember bits and pieces from dozens of different websites. And one thing I always remind parents is this: don't let social media make your decisions for you. Every homeschool group has posts asking, what's the best curriculum? And you'll often see 20 or 30 different answers. Why? Well, because those recommendations are based on their children, their homeschool style, and their goals. I could tell you all day long which ones are my favorites, but it may not be the perfect fit for your family and your homeschool and your little learners. That doesn't automatically make them the best choice for your family. Instead of asking what's the best science curriculum, start asking which science curriculum best fits our family. That one question changes everything. And I also want to encourage you not to be afraid of making a decision. Sometimes we spend so much time researching that we become afraid to choose anything at all. So remember, very few curriculum decisions are permanent. It's something truly, if something truly isn't working, you can make a change. You don't have to be loyal to any curriculum. You've heard me say this before. Most homeschool families adjust curriculum at some point. That's not a failure. That's just simply part of tailoring your homeschool to fit your children as they grow. It's common. And so, as we wrap up today, I hope you're walking away with a little more confidence. Science doesn't have to be intimidating. It should be fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you certainly don't have to own every science curriculum on the market to give your children an incredible education. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is raising curious learners who ask questions, explore God's amazing creation, and continue learning long after they finish a lesson. That's what science is really about. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And if you found this helpful, I'd love for you to continue with the rest of the Science Curriculum Review Library as I add new reviews. My goal is to build a resource that helps homeschool parents make confident curriculum decisions without feeling overwhelmed by all the choices. And if you're watching this inside the private Facebook group, Homeschool with Maggie O, your homeschool mentor, be sure to check the guides section at the very top, right underneath the big picture. You'll see a tab that says guides, and that's where all of the curriculum reviews are organized for you. And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll find the Science Curriculum Review playlist with each review as it's released. And if there's a science curriculum you'd like me to review in the future, let me know in the comments. I love hearing what parents are using, and many of my future reviews come directly from your suggestions. And please share this with other moms that need this information as well. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you inside the Science Curriculum Review Library. Talk soon. Happy homeschooling.